Please subscribe and don't forget to press the bell icon to get notified whenever we upload a new video.
For you now, this is a CNBC TV18 exclusive. Sources are telling us that Valsartan API, which is made by China's Zhejiang Huahai Pharma, has not been used in Indian medicines. Now, it was said earlier that the Valsartan API contains carcinogenic substances. Ekta Batra has more details. Ekta.
Hi, thanks Surbhi for that. Well, you know, this is just to put this entire issue into context. What exactly had happened a couple of months ago is that Zhejiang Pharma, which is a Chinese manufacturing company, was supplying this particular API, which is called Valsartan, used in blood pressure drugs as well as heart condition drugs, and supplying it to companies globally. Now, that particular API, apparently, according to the US FDA as well as other regulatory authorities in over 20 countries, have begun recalling any product which contains this particular API manufactured by this Chinese company, because according to them, it contains substances which cause cancer. So this is definitely an issue which is, getting a lot of global attention. So there was concern with regards to what exactly is happening with Indian companies that use the same API, and whether that particular Chinese API is used in Indian products. Well, we know for certain from government sources themselves that there is no sort of use of this particular Valsartan API manufactured by Zhejiang Pharma in locally manufactured drugs. In fact, the use is quite restricted. It's only limited to 4 companies, including the likes of Torrent Pharmaceuticals, which has already recalled their products from the US, as well as Sun Pharma, Aurobindo, and another company. But these companies are only using it for export purposes and not for the manufacture of indigenous drugs. So that was a concern which is actually coming up in the past couple of days. We also understand the DCGI has put in the regulatory requirements in order to control any sort of usage of this particular API in India.
Okay, so that's good news. That's some relief coming in. Thanks very much, Ekta, for getting us that update on Valsartan. Now, moving on to another story. CBDT data for the period of December 2017 to March 2018 shows that almost 2 crore PAN cards were issued. Timsi Jaipuria is joining in with all the details. Timsi, so would this be sort of seen as a demonetization fallout?
Well, according to the data released by the Income Tax Department, the government has seen a huge surge in allotment of PAN numbers. Government officials told CNBC TV18 that almost 2 crore PANs were issued between December 2017 and March 2018, out of which 1.9 crore allotments were to the individuals, that is, people like you and me. On the other hand, if one analyzes the data, over 87,000 firms were allotted PAN again in the same period. Government divides the society in 8 broad categories like company, government, HUF, etc., which accounts for all the entire ecosystem of PANs. Interestingly, a top government official said that last time over 2 crore PANs were issued during the demonetization period, in the period of just 3 months. When we checked the trend with government and various tax experts and asked them as to what might have led to this growth, they said that more and more transactions now require submission of PAN, which means to conclude a transaction, a lot of details are to be given, and one of the main detail is the PAN number. Not just this, GST has led to a lot more tax compliance, where again you need your PAN. Even the concept of presumptive tax scheme has helped in bringing smaller entities within the tax fold, thus which has led to an increase in the demand of PAN numbers. For the benefit of our viewers, I would like to add that currently we have more than 36 crore PAN holders in the country, and government aims to add more and more so that everyone is under the taxman's vigil. Back to you.
All right, Timsi. Thank you very much for those details. Moving on to yet another exclusive, with new players like Future Group, ITC, Patanjali entering the dairy and value-added dairy space, existing players like Amul have raised concerns on the increasing availability of analog dairy products. We learned that India's food safety regulator is examining this issue and may come out with regulations soon. Priya is here to explain to us what exactly this means. Priya.
Well, the dairy industry seems to have raised concerns over the increasing amount of analog dairy products available in the market. Just to tell you what an analog dairy product is, it's a product made up of milk solids as well as vegetable fats. In fact, what we do understand from our sources is that dairy major Amul has written to the FSSAI on the increasing amount of duplicate dairy products that are available in the market. In fact, what Amul believes is that analog dairy products are impacting the company's income as well as farmers' livelihood. In fact, they're saying that consumers aren't able to differentiate between a pure play dairy product as well as an analog product that are available in the market. In fact, what they're saying is that FSSAI should look at modifying several of the labeling regulations so that consumers can differentiate between both these products, and these include products like cheese, paneer, ghee, and so on and so forth. In fact, what the industry is also seeking is a separate logo for analog products as opposed to dairy products. In fact, several of the QSRs as well as the Horeca chains are also shifting to these analog products primarily because they're much more cost effective as compared to pure play dairy products. In fact, we did reach out to FSSAI, and sources in the FSSAI told us that they are examining this issue. They have received representations from the industry at large, and they're working on modifying existing regulations and introducing new regulations as far as analog dairy products are concerned. In fact, there could be some tweaks to the food labeling guidelines that could come forth over the next couple of months, and that's a space that we will continue to watch. In fact, we did reach out to Amul on the same, and the company has confirmed that they have raised the issue of analog dairy products with the FSSAI.